Okay. Thank God it's Tuesday and it's been a lot of things going on. I am so happy and grateful. Okay, good. It looks like I've been I've been working doing some technical sorting out, fixing some technical difficulties. But it looks like we are ready to rock and roll. And let me invite my guest tonight, Tony Haynes, a wonderful writer, producer, composer. This man has multiple credits to his name. We're going to have a wonderful show tonight on the Ike Steele Show on the Mind of Steel. All right. Hi, Tony.
Hello there, sir. You got me?
Excellent. I got you. You are on live, okay? Um, how are you? How are you watching this?
I'm at home, sitting in my little living room with my phone to my
Excellent.
face on
Excellent.
StreamYard.com through Facebook.
Excellent. Okay, yes. All right, Tony. A small introduction here, and we'll dive into this conversation. All right, this is the Mind of Steel, and for everybody that has been following me, you guys already know what to do. Please share this link with family and friends. Invite family and friends to be a part of this. On my show, I'll keep things very positive. It's a show. A show to empower people using the law of mind, using all the law of attraction and things like that. Prior to today, we've been talking about relationship. You know, all we've dealt on relationship extensively for over a month now. But since we are back, we are back from we're kind of partially back from the pandemic, right? Like most things are already opened up, you know. So it's exciting. I wanted to start this new phase of coming back from the pandemic with a slightly different twist or flavor to to the Mind of Steel. So I have a wonderful guest, writer, producer, poet. This man has so many credits. I don't even know what to call you sometimes. Are you a composer also, Tony?
Well, I play piano, but I wouldn't consider myself a I can compose, but um, I'm a songwriter kind of covers it.
Okay. So
So as
you have
opposed to sitting down and composing an aria, or you know.
all right. It looks like there might be a little bit of a delay in your audio, but hopefully it's gonna get better as we go. But so Tony is a
Hello.
wonderful. Yeah. Okay. See, it looks like there's a small delay, but hopefully we can get through that. All right. Okay. So like I was saying, Tony is a writer, poet, producer, and just a wonderful human being. And how we connected,
Well, this is
we
my
started.
first time on StreamYard. It should be since it's Facebook.
All right. It looks like there's a small slight delay. Okay, Tony, just hang on a second. Hang on a second. I think we can fix this. Hang on. Okay. Definitely. Okay. We'll keep going. All right. So, like I was saying, how I met Tony. Tony, we started talking and find out this man knows and uses the law of attraction, the law of mind, and you started talking about manifesting how things happen, in the unseen first, then you see it in the physical, in the physical world. Tony is gonna share with us his experience and how he's been able to succeed and attract things into his life. And I guess he's a big listener of Abraham Hicks. And so Tony will share with us how the law of mind mixed with creativity and Hollywood, how they go together, and how things can work, and how you can be successful in your everyday life. So, Tony, go ahead. Just tell us a little bit about yourself, and just tie everything in with the law of mind, law of attraction. Looks like we're having some audio problems now. Okay. Okay, Tony, we cannot hear you. There's some technical difficulties. What I'll suggest is, why don't I let me end this stream, log you off, just come back again. Maybe I think that will fix things. Okay, can you try that?
Well, I'm a writer of many things, of stories, songs, poetry. Self an intellectual property creator. And the idea for me is to create
All right, we're having some technical difficulties with Tony. I'm going to bring him back, but definitely this man has a lot of good stuff to share with us tonight. So we will bring Tony back and definitely get this interview going. Let's stop this and bring Tony back. Okay, like I was saying, my guest tonight has a vast of experience in Hollywood. He's done some amazing work, which I would like him to be on screen while we talk about some of the things he's done and the people he's worked with. He's worked with people like Wesley Snipes, was part. Okay. All right, let's see. I think I'm getting Tony back now. So hopefully we'll have a better audio now. Let's try this. Let's try this. We should have a good show. All right. All right. Well, this kind of things does happen when you're doing a live broadcast. So we'll fix this and continue. let's. I'm just waiting on my guest to come back. That's why I'm just hanging on. All righty. So, all right. So while I'm waiting on Tony to come back, I was saying that prior to this time, I did a series on relationship where I talked about, there's four parts, four kinds of relationship. There's family relationship, acquaintanceship, there's friendship, and there's love or romantic relationship. And it looks like, okay, my guest is trying to come back, but this, okay. All right, we'll get Tony back. Okay, I think
Now we
Tony's
just
okay.
need the volume.
Okay, Tony, yes, I have you now, and it looks like it's much better. Okay. Is there still delay? Tony, can you hear me? Looks like there's still a little bit of a delay. Okay. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. All right. I lost Tony again. So we'll get this right. We'll get this right. We'll get this right. So prior to losing, prior to Tony coming on, what I was saying is that I did a series on relationship for, I think, for a couple, almost about 2 months, right? For about 2 months, I'm not done with that series. We're gonna come back to it, but I just wanted to put some flavor and add some variety to the show by bringing Tony, who's a writer, composer, and a creative person in the industry in Hollywood, and he has some good things to share, and I believe it's going to be of blessing to this podcast. So let's see. I'm getting the connection. It's okay. All right. Okay. What I think we'll do is to prevent this kinds of difficulty, we'll probably have to do this Tony's episode again when we have a much better flow in the technicalities. So, but how is everybody doing? I hope you had a good time with all this things that's going on in the world. Thank God we are somewhat back to normalcy. We're somehow back to normalcy, and God is good, life is good, and it's a blessing to be well and alive and thriving. So I'm happy to have my viewers back, the audience, and knowing that we made it through all the craziness in the world. Okay, I'm getting signal. Let's try this one more time. See if this man is gonna come back and we're gonna have a good. Let's see. So live feed. Okay. All right, let's do this. We'll go to plan B. All right, we'll go to plan B. And what I'm going to do is we're going to cut this broadcast on Facebook short. But I want to say that my guest tonight is Tony Haynes. Tony Haynes. Tony Haynes is a writer, producer, creative person, and he's done amazing work in Hollywood so far. Tony, oh my goodness. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
All right. It looks like there's a delay. Tony, I think what I'm thinking is we will just
I'm in this show. Everyone can see and hear me.
everyone can see and hear you, but it looks like there's a delay in the audio. I think it might be better if we just go on Instagram and do Instagram. You know, Instagram will be, I think it will be much better. You know, we tried Zoom and I had some technical or audio difficulties. Now we tried StreamYard. There's delays in the audio. If we go to, huh? Yes. Let's do this, Tony. Yeah, let's do this. We're gonna try something else. We're gonna go definitely, we're gonna do this on Instagram. I think we'll have a better broadcast. Okay. So I'm gonna shut Facebook down, or rather end the show on Facebook. Thank you guys for staying with me. We tried to work out some difficulties, technical difficulties, but it looks like we'll do this show another day. And I'll bring Tony. Tony's a wonderful person, and he'll be of great blessing when you hear what he has to say. All right.
We're in the vortex.
What do you say, Tony? Did you say something about the vortex? All right. Let's do this. Tony, let's connect on Instagram. Let's do this on Instagram. I'm going to add you on Instagram, and it's going to be much better. I believe it's going to be much better on Instagram, okay? He's saying about the vortex, okay? Getting into the vortex. Yeah, I would like you to explain to my audience what that means, okay? So let's do that on Instagram. It will be much better.
So you want to meet? We're going to Instagram.
Yes, let's go to Instagram. Just
Yeah, we're in the vortex.
All right, just
In the
follow me on
vortex.
follow me on Instagram, and I'll send you, or send me a request. Once you follow me on Instagram, I'll add you. It's gonna be much better there. Okay. So just go to Instagram and add Ike Steel TV. I'm sending you the text of it now. All right, Tony, just add me on Instagram. It's going to be much better, okay? All right, so Tony's going to come on Instagram, and we're going to continue this wonderful, interview tonight. We're going to make this happen. Queen Lovette, you're asking how am I? I'm doing wonderful. I'm wonderfully blessed. Love it. Okay, here we go. That's Tony. Excellent. Excellent. Let's bring Tony on. Tony, it's saying that you will need the latest version of Instagram to join. I don't know what that means, but maybe just upgrade, or Tony, upgrade your Instagram to the latest version. So yes, Tony, yes. Once you upgrade it, it's gonna let me add you. In the meanwhile, let me see if I can get just somebody to I can share some conversation with somebody before Tony comes on. This is what happens in a live broadcast. Things do happen. So when things happen, I guess when you're given a lemon, you make a lemonade out of it. I am wonderfully blessed. Somebody's asking, how am I doing? I am wonderfully blessed. I am wonderfully blessed. And I'm waiting on my guest to upgrade his Instagram so we can do a split screen here. Tony is a wonderful person, great guy, writer, producer. Okay. And he's going to be joining us in a little bit. So this man, as a matter of fact, why don't I do this? Let me read you some of his credits before he upgrades his Instagram and has the latest version. So Tony began his professional career in 1981, writing songs with Al McKay and David Bennett. So Tony has done, and he had recently left. McKay had recently left Earth, Wind, and Fire, and he signed Haynes to a co-publishing deal with Steel Chest Music and introduced him to David Bryant. So together they wrote Send a Little Love for the Spinners. And sayonara for a taste of honey, and lovers, and you owe it all to love for Phineas Henderson. So Haynes also wrote songs with Erich Bullin. Haynes also wrote songs for Japanese recording artists Naoko Kawai and Hiromi Iwasaki. In 1982, he began writing with Maurice White, Wanda Vaughn, Wayne Vaughn, Skip Scarborough, Philip Bailey, and Robert Brookings. These collaborations led to the Speed of Love on Haynes' first gold album, Earth, Wind, and Fire, Powerlight, as well as Trapped, and The Good Guys Supposed to Get the Girls on Philip Bailey's solo project, Continuation, and I Will No Wise Cast You Out on The Wonders of His Love. His association with Maurice White also led to a collaboration with David Foster on My Sweet Delight by Jennifer Holliday from her album Feel My Soul. So the man I'm talking about that I'm waiting on is a Hollywood legend. You can say he's a Hollywood legend, and he has a lot of good stuff to share with us tonight. So once we get this technical part out of the way, Tony will be a blessing to us tonight. So some a little bit more of Tony's credit. Tony Haynes in 1984 began writing lyrics for a wide variety of projects, which included the song Drive Me Wild for the television series Fame. He also collaborated with Japanese composer Kaisuke Kuwata from the band Southern All Stars on Tarako and Japanege for Taishita. So through his association with Quincy Jones, he collaborated with bassist and former Brothers Johnson member Louis Johnson on 8 songs on Johnson's solo album Evolution. During his period, Haynes' songs such as Running was recorded by the Temptations on their album Truly for You. So I can go on and on and on reading Tony's credit. He just has a wide array of credit. And Tony is also currently, I would have loved him to say this, but I don't know if Tony wants me to put this out, but he's working on a play, on a Broadway show that's going to be featuring the life of a minister that uses the law of mind in his teachings. I don't want to give away too much about that project, so I want Tony to come on board and talk about it. So Tony is working on a very, very incredible project. And funny enough, how we started talking about this man was we have similar names. So when I mentioned that name, Tony was like, wow, blah, 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 blah. I'm working on this. I've written a play. I have the whole project. And I even have the person I want to play this character already mapped out. So Tony, he's a very strategic writer and producer, and he's done some amazing things. Tony also worked or did a project on the movie White Man Can't Jump. That was the movie, Wesley Snipes movie. Tony has also worked with Bob Brown, has done, I mean, you name it, everybody in the business. Tony, this man has really worked with pretty much every heavy hitter. Let me just fast forward to 1990, what Tony did. In 1990, Haynes partnered Laney Stewart. Their songs were recorded by Evelyn Champagne King, Karen White, Ritual of Love, and Chanté Moore. Candlelight and You, and Who Do I Turn To? Nikki Richards, Altitude, Regina Bell, Louis Price, Charlie Wilson, So this man has worked with pretty much, incredible names in the music and in show business. So Tony is. Let me see if Tony is good to go with the new Instagram app now. Let's try this. All right, I'm waiting for Tony. All right, Tony said he's still downloading the new Instagram app. So Tony, sorry for putting you putting you on blast or putting you on the spot, because originally this was not how we wanted to do this interview. We wanted to do it on Zoom. We got on Zoom. We had audio difficulties. Audio difficulties made us to go to StreamYard to now broadcast on Facebook. We had audio technicalities also. There was some delay, through that broadcast. So now we move this whole thing to Instagram. So as soon as Tony is done downloading, we'll continue this interview. So thank you guys for joining so far. So the man I'm talking about, from 1990 to 2014, Haynes also wrote songs recorded by Sounds of Blackness, Jade, Hold Me Close, with Vassal Benford, Jeremy Jordan, Girl You Got It Going On, and Rhett Lawrence, and Wanna Girl with Keith Thomas, Peebo Bryson, Love Will Take Care of You, with Keith Thomas, as well as songs recorded by Barry Lather, Immature, IMX, For Lovers Only, Jesse Campbell, and Cool Ledesma from her album Precious, collaborating with Preston Glass. Haynes wrote songs for Brenda Holloway and Evelyn Champagne King and Karen White. I mean, this man's credit just keeps going on and on and on and on and on and on and on. So Tony has collaborated or associated with people like Al McKay, Laney Stewart, Teddy Riley, Maurice White, Evelyn Champagne King, Bobby Brown, Robert Palmer, Louis Silas, and did I mention Quincy Jones? So and Benny Medina. So this man is a heavyweight in Hollywood, and a man that definitely you want to listen to. Let's see how well Tony is doing. And he's also, did I mention that he's a lyricist, a poet, and also a music publisher. So Tony is he's a music publisher and also an author. So this man is incredibly talented guy that I'm bringing tonight. Okay, so in this new phase or new chapter or era after the pandemic, we're really taking off with a bang on the Ike Steele show. Let's see if Tony is good to go now. Okay, I'm still waiting on Tony. Let's see who else is gonna come on screen with me. Mr. Tony Haynes, we're still waiting for you, my brother. So so I gave you a good a good bio of the man that I have as guest tonight. Um, like I said, I'll bring him back. We'll do this interview again without all this hitches and technical hang-ups, because I feel like this is a very good person to talk to. This man has huge success in entertainment in Hollywood, and funny enough, we were talking. Tony and I were having having a conversation, and he was telling me um, how this things should not be a struggle. Okay, Tony said he's still downloading the new Instagram. So he was telling me how um, success, even in Hollywood, or manifesting what you want, even money, should not be a struggle. And we connected right away because um, of the law of mind. If you've been following or listening to any of my broadcasts, you know I'm big on this kind of things, on how you can attract. I mean, thinking affects how controls the way you think, controls how you feel, and your feeling controls your actions, and your actions produces your result. So pretty much this is the kind of things Tony was sharing with me, and I just felt that this man has to come on as a guest and share this with my audience, and we will make this happen. We have to make this happen. If it was in the past, what people would say is this is the devil, but I would say the devil is a liar. I don't believe in this. There's no devil here now. It has nothing to do with the devil. Whatever happened, happened because I'll take the fall for it, because I'm the one controlling the technical part of this. So I did not get it right. So I will get it right, and we'll do it again. We'll do better with our audio and video. So we'll get this going. We'll get it right. So there's no devil here. So they said there's no good or no. This is the way that saying goes. There's nothing good or evil, but thinking makes it so. So the way you think is what you determine, how you determine good or bad in your life. So there's no good or evil, but thinking makes it so. And so hopefully, let's see, we'll give this another 12 minutes. By 8 o'clock, if Tony's Instagram is not up, we'll just do this another day. It's all good. God is good. Life is good. Things happen for a reason. Like I said earlier, when life throws lemons at you, you just make lemonades. When things happen like this, always look at the bright side of everything that happens in life. Or Jim Rohn would say, it's not what happens in life, but it's what you do about it. So if you have this attitude about life, you won't let things bother you, upset you, and mess you up. So I've risen past letting small things like this mess up my day. We are going to have a good interview with Tony. And as a matter of fact, let me use this as a plug-in, because I will be bringing quite a good number of guests on my show. I have a slate of people that I think will be a very big blessing to us. And okay, listen to this. Another guest that I have slated to bring on this show did time in prison. This man did over 20 years in prison. But check this out. This guy did time in prison. came out of prison, turned his life around, started a rehab program, and now he's a multi-millionaire, has a number of those rehab centers around town, and just changed his life completely around, and this man was in jail for over 20 years. So when I heard his story, I'm like, this is amazing. And this is, so we don't have any excuse not to do what we need to do. I know I've been working on myself a lot with one of the biggest things that I need to overcome, which I am overcoming, is procrastination. Procrastination, pushing things and kicking it down the line. Even in the book, Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill talks about procrastination. Once you can handle that aspect of life, like every successful person in life mastered procrastination. They do not procrastinate. They make decisions fast and change it slowly, even if they change it at all. Successful people make decisions fast and change it slowly, right? So I need to master that. Let's see. We got 9 minutes for Tony to still pending. Must be a huge file. That's what Tony said. Still pending. Okay, Tony. We'll no worry, my brothers. Take your time. Take your time. Take your time. What we'll do is, in 9 minutes, if it's not done, I'll just shut this down. And if you're up to it, Tony, we can come back tonight. Hopefully it's going to be done tonight. If not, but regardless, whether we come back tonight or not, we will do this interview another day. I'll touch base with you and see what day works for you. If next Tuesday works for you, we'll do it next Tuesday. If not, we'll pick a day that works for you and I, and I'll put out word, and hopefully my wonderful guests and wonderful followers and listeners will come back and join us and be a part of this show. Nikki, what have you been up to? Nikki Howard was a guest on one of my talk shows in the past. I think some of the topics we talked about was we're talking about Africans versus African Americans, relationship or dating in the African versus African American community. That was a wonderful show. Nikki, how are you doing? Let's see. Doris Hayes, how are you doing? Azola Ernie, how are you doing? Let's see let me see who Azola Ernie is. What's up, Ike? Ernie says, Ike, what's up? Life is good. That's what's up. Ernie declined. Okay. All right. So that's what's up. Let's see. All right. So things happen, like I said, and this was not how I planned this show tonight, but things happen, and this is what is going on. I'm waiting on my guest to download the latest version of Instagram, because that's the only time Instagram will let me bring him on as a guest. Oh, Ernie, we work together at a cardiology office. Yes, man. How are you doing? I was in Oxnard last week. I didn't see you. Hope all is well. Life is good, my brother. So my guest Tony, I gave you his bio. This man has an extensive bio of, body of work, people he's worked with in the music industry. And Tony is a composer, writer, and a producer. And he's working he's working on a broad. Is it a Broadway? He's working on a play about the minister, Reverend Ike. Yeah, Reverend Ike. So Tony is a good guy. So Tony's more of Tony's credit. Tony worked with Stewart and Haynes, and Tony Haynes' influences were Louil Silas Jr., Benny Medina, and Quincy Jones. Stewart and Haynes also experienced great success with "Never Let Them See You Sweat" by Go West Band, which was featured in White Men Can't Jump. Yeah, that was the Wesley Snipes movie back in the that I think that movie was way in the was it in the 80s or not? No, that movie was in the 90s, I guess. And Candlelight and You. If you know when that movie came out, White Men Can't Jump, please type it in the comment section, because I don't remember exactly if it was in the 80s or 90s. Please type it in the comment section if you know that information. So Tony also recorded so White Men Can't Jump and Candlelight and You. They recorded by Keith Washington and Chanté Moore, which was featured in House Party. You remember House Party, the movie with Kid and Play? That movie I remember very well, because I think when House Party came out, I was in high school. Was I in high school or in college? I think I was in high school. Whatever. Whenever the high top was in, Kid and Play. That was, and believe it or not, I used to have high top back in the day. So I did have hair. I had hair. My hair was this high, because that's I guess the American culture was what every youth in Nigeria was modeling after. We were so much. Still pending. Don't know why it's taking so long. Sorry, still here. All right, Tony. Tony, no worries. No worries. Take your time. We'll get it going. I'll give you a call and we'll figure out a better time to do this. Okay. Thank you for your patience and for trying so much. I know I put you on the spot. This was not originally how we wanted to do this. We wanted to do this with Zoom at first, and audio technicalities made us go to other ways and other means. But we'll make it happen. Like you already know, I know you're a master of the law of mind, and you're talking about we are in the vortex. So you would explain to us what that means, or how being in the vortex, what it can do for us. Okay, you will explain that part when we have you on live, Tony. So, all right, it's almost 8 o'clock. Thank you for joining me, Tony. Thank you for trying to connect this new. Okay, Tony, is it giving you like a percentage? Is it, or telling you how many percent left to go and things like that? Is it giving you a time left for download? If anybody wants to come on, I guess, come on live while I stall for Tony to download, finish downloading, please let me know. Send me a request, and I'll add you so you can come on live. Let's see. DJMP777, how are you doing? How's your baby? How's your baby? I know. How old is your baby now? She's probably what, like, I don't know, 4 or 5. Am I? Is that? Am I correct? Okay. So I gave you a good rundown on Tony's bio, right? Tony's body of work. This man is a lyricist and a songwriter, and has worked with all the heavyweights in the music industry in Hollywood: Teddy Riley, Quincy Jones, um, Benny Medina, Chanté Moore. He's worked with. He's written songs for very, 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 very notable singers like people that have worked with Earth, Wind, and Fire, the Spinners. He's worked with all kinds of people. He's worked on the movie White Man Can't Jump, or the song that he co-wrote was featured in the movie White Man Can't Jump, and he worked on that. His music, his song also was featured on House Party. That was the movie with Kid and Play. Who directed House Party? I can't. I tend to. What's his name? Not. Um, who directed House Party? House Party. House Party. This name just went. I know who directed House Party. I just need to. I'm just having a brain fart right now. Is it something Johnson, right? Anyways, Tony has worked with all kinds of people in the industry, and you will want to come back and listen to this interview once I get Tony on. Okay, he's going to be a blessing. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, just saying pending. Okay, Tony, what one thing I'll suggest is I wanted to say, if you reboot your phone, it might work faster. If you want to try that, let's see. I am Queen Lovette. How is Niger treating you? Okay, you rebooted your phone. Okay. All right. So let's see. Let me see if he's gonna let me add you now, Tony. Hmm. Okay, he's just saying. All right. Hmm. Let's see. Anyway, so like I was saying, so the story I told you about the guy that did 20 years in prison but turned his life around. I'll bring you that story here on Still TV. There's another story about this lady that married a Catholic priest, and and um, and the things she went through after, because she married a Catholic priest, and events that unfolded in her life. Um, I don't want to give away too much about her story, and I would like to have her talk about it live. So definitely, we'll be getting some wonderful stories on Still TV in the very near future. So it's exciting. Share, please share, invite family and friends, and I hope to bring you a very very good show in this new world that we're living in now. If you don't know it, we're in a new world. It's a new world order. So definitely, that's all I'm going to say about that, and we'll keep going. Life, life is good. God is good. Doris Hayes, how is life treating you? Let's see. All right. So Tony, that's okay. What we'll do is, um, I'm going to shut this down. Thank you for listening and being a part of this. We will fix all the technicalities and do this show proper. Okay. We'll fix this. Tony, I'm going to call you when I get off of this live broadcast. So I want to thank my guests. I want to thank everybody that has been listening and watching and being that has been a part of this show. Thank you for staying with me and being a part of this. Um, Come back once I fix things, and we'll come back live. Um, right now, I cannot give you a time that I'm gonna have Tony, because we need to fix the technical part. Then I'll tell you. But I can tell you that I broadcast Tuesdays and Thursdays. So my next show is, oh, Tony says it's fixed. Let's go. Let's go. Let's see. All right, let's go then. If it's fixed, let's go. Let's make this happen. Yay!
We don't. That's part of the vortex. Well, you work it out. You don't give up. Just work with the universe.
That is
Master the universe. Master it. Do not give up. Be not dismayed, dissuaded. You got it.
wow.
We made it.
Wow. Tony, that is so true. That is so true. You know, it's one thing to talk about these things, and it's another thing to really actually practice it and let it, you know, let life happen and you use it. So this is what happened now. Look, I was about
House. 805 is in the Kim Lou is in the house.
wow.
All right. Hey Kim. Hey Steve.
Wow. Wow. And I was about to shut this down. I was like, now I was going to give my last speech to shut it down. And you just like, it worked. Wow. That's amazing.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's do it. So, and now presenting the man of the moment, writer, poet, producer, Mr. Tony Haynes. Welcome. Nice to have you in the house. Tony.
Well, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Happy to be here. Finally.
Tony, I was while we were fixing the technicalities, I was talking a little bit about your project about Reverend Ike. I don't know if you wanted me to go to talk about it, but I wanted to take permission from you. Do you want to talk about our project?
No, that one it's still kind of in development, still kind of working on it, getting it right. So it's written, but doesn't exist. It exists in the vortex, but everything's not in alignment yet. So I'll talk to you about it in those terms. So it's in the vortex. Now we're putting the energy forward, but it'll be when it is.
Okay. All right. I thought as much. That's why I did not even want to talk much about it. I wanted to have you talk about it if you wanted to. So, but that's fine. That's fine. So
I can talk about the overall everything though, because it's the same. Whether I talk about one show, one script, or everything. So I'm going to talk about the overall picture because it's the same energy.
Okay. Okay, go ahead. So what made you write? It's gonna be a play, right?
Well, I write plays, musicals, scripts, scripts for movies and television and novels. So what I'm doing now is I've written 54 scripts. I've put them into a business plan. I've gathered some executives. And so now I'm creating the energy it takes to put together the money, to put together the deals, and make it work using the law of attraction. So basically, success is in the vortex. Everything that we want to accomplish already exists in the universe. You already are what you want to be. Even when you pray, and people pray to God and say, God, bless me with this and bless me with that. God already knew you was going to pray for it, already knew you were going to do it. So it's already, your prayers are already answered. So in life, we have to match, whether it be through our faith, whether it be through the energy we put out, whether it be through whatever we're doing, we have to match what it is we want to step into. So my money's already there. I just have to match that energy because money is created. Wealth is created. And it's created by how we match it and how we become the energy that it is. Because people think you can print money, which you can, but you create things by believing that they will exist and by walking into your destiny. Can I get a witness, Steve Pena and Kim Lou? Can I get a witness?
Amen.
You created by what you do to get there. So my next step is like all these records behind me and in front of me. I saw one day I would get some songs out. I saw it, and so I've done the work. Amen, Kim. Amen, Steve.
Amen.
I've done the work. And so it turns into that, which is called manifestation. Real. And everything that's in the law of attraction is not new. Because people have said it all through the years. When people say fake it till you make it, that's the same way of saying pretend that you're already there. Pretend that you already have gotten there. When people say, I got my ducks lined up in a row, that's the same as getting into alignment. Getting into alignment. When those ducks are in a row, what are they? They're in a line. And they're in a line to become what they're meant to be. Amen, Haynes Doris. Amen, Haynes.
Right.
We're meant to be. So it's what we've been saying all along. So the gentleman named Joseph Campbell came up with Follow Your Bliss. And he created the heroes theory, that Star Wars is based on. George Lucas was a fan. And so our bliss in life is what we follow. You find what brings you joy, what brings you happiness, and you do that. Act like you know. That's right, Dr. Pena. 805. Act like you know.
Right.
And that's really the key to it, because our science should match our religion. And so that's one of the things Joseph Campbell talked about, where, now with Twitter and 140 words and 140 symbols, it's like getting to the point faster.
Right.
And so, and the Holy Spirit or the Holy Ghost, as we talk about Christianity, is translated into energy. The ghost is energy. The spirit is energy.
Right.
Energy is vibration. Vibration is created through sound. The sound comes out through a wave. And it's created into different hertz, whether it be 417, 428, 528, and that's the speed of how things go.
Wow.
And a gentleman by the name of Pythagoras, thousands of years ago, came up with the theory of sound waves, sound creating, a vibration, which led us to the Gregorian chants and different things, and led us to stuff. So I'm getting off track of what we're talking about, but it is still part of it.
Right. It's a big part of it. I guess that's kind of you also explaining the vortex, right? Right. Yeah, being in the vortex. Right. Tony, just elaborate a little bit about being in the vortex. The vortex now, that is a place of peace, a place of where everything is in order, right?
That's in every person. That's where a person's desires, dreams, hopes, everything are, and so we have to get in alignment to where things are. That's our heaven, or that's our special place, whatever you want to call it. So your vortex, or some people just could be a black hole. Whatever it is, it's where your dreams are. So it's really getting into alignment with that. And you're not in alignment every moment. Sometimes you fall out. You get mad. You get to this. You get that. It's not a day-by-day thing. It's a moment-by-moment to where you're in the flow of what it is. That's why they call it cash flow. That's why they call it liquidity. It's liquid because it's movement. It's flow. It's fluid. It's coming in, coming out. There's a rhythm. And there's a rhythm to life where,
Okay. Okay. All right. Definitely, this conversation. We'll try to get as much as we can in tonight's conversation, but I'm having a feeling that we might need to do a part two to this. If you are, if you will be kind enough to give us your time again, Tony.
Well, the word part is also within the word part. You find art. So there's art to keep going. In the word part, you find the word trap. So in the trap, we find that part of the art, and in the word part, we find tap. So we tap into where we're at, and we're going through the art, and we will part. But you'll trap me again, and we'll be able to tap into the art of it all. So there you go.
That's beautiful. That's poetry right there. that's beautiful. Okay.
Just moving the word around.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna ask you now, like for people that are in Hollywood, I know you've done a lot of stuff. You worked with some notable people. There's a lot of great names behind your credit. People that are new or that are working on projects and they don't know how things will come together. How do you encourage them, or what do you have to say to them to as a form of encouragement, or there's hope at the end of the tunnel, that if they are writers, they're producers, or they're singers, or they're actors, and but they haven't manifested what they want, or they haven't achieved that success, what advice do you have for them?
Well, Steve King, just type, don't put the cart in front of the art. So there you go. And my answer to that is a simple one. It's not about knowing how. It's about walking and moving ahead. Because if you knew how, that's not even the fun. The fun is life unfolds. Just to take the journey and to do what you do. Because different pathways will open up for you. And knowing how to do it is not even the point. M. Stratford in the house. Hello, M. Stratford. Hey, it's not even the point. The point is just to move, and because things are open and revealed. It's like when you have a journey that takes you 10,000 steps. Step 1, step 2, step 3, and you just keep moving. Because life is not even about the destination; it's about the journey.
The journey, correct.
And in the word journey, you find the word joy. Your, our, you. So, life is about not even getting there. It's about the going. Just you know what? Hey, Doris, it is just keep working hard. But even better than working hard, work in the flow, in the rhythm. It's like when we're dancing in a rhythm. We're not even dancing hard. We're dancing in a flow. And life is like a dance, right? Because we get that rhythm, and every now and then we might trip, or the beat might change, or we might get off beat inch by inch. Everything's a cinch. There you go. And it's essential, my brother. And it's about staying in the flow and the rhythm. Because we don't, and part of what the vortex is about, it's not really about working hard as much as it says. There's no assertion. Everything is about allowing and about being in the flow. And I got to call someone. You know what? Let me go check my email. It's something that leads you to inspired thought to make inspired decisions on a higher level that don't come from just going fuck it, I gotta go make some calls, or just I gotta go do this, to where everything just flows. And that's not an easy thing to do, to allow, because other people may move ahead of you and move faster. That's right, enjoy the journey and keep going, and move faster than you. But everything is about your time, and the word time, time. The last last two letters of time are me. And time spelled backwards is emit. So you have to, within the word time, you find the word it, which is what you're doing. Find the word tie, which is what's tying you to the me that you are, that's taking time for time to emit more of itself to get you where you're going in time. So even within the word time, we find things that are valuable to keep us, enthusiastic or moving in time. And time is simply measured distances of eternity that we measure, calculate to say we spent this much time here. Where time is a concept that doesn't really exist, but we've quantified it and given it a reason to be by establishing what it is so that we can keep track of our existence on this physical plane. So that's
wow.
kind of where that.
Wow.
Hello, Diana Michael 1.
I love the.
At the Kofa join. There you go. I like it. I just say hey to everybody.
Yeah, that's beautiful. That's beautiful, Tony. I love the way you play with words. I'm learning a lot about the way you tie words and you break words down, because there's a lot of truth to how you broke time down. Now there's there's me in time. There's a meet. There's tie. That's amazing. There's am. And I am could be for I am, which is God. I am is God. So there's God in time, and that's amazing. Okay, so what is your love life like? What is love like to you, Tony?
What kind of love?
Well, you take it any way you want to. However you want to describe love.
There's brotherly love. There's romantic love. I'll just say love in and of itself. Love is interesting. You love somebody, you love you. I was just having this conversation with my girlfriend about a week ago about unconditional love and how that doesn't, in my mind, it exists with children as opposed to adults. Because you get divorced because there's irreconcilable differences, and if you're married to somebody and they fool around, you get divorced, and that's a condition. Because when you get married, you say to love and to have, to hold, to cherish, till death do you part. So that's an unconditional statement, though conditions cause us to break up. The pure love, I find, is a strange one, where you have kids that say, if a kid's beaten by their parents and they go through stuff, and people say, the social worker says, I'm going to take you out of this home, or this is going to happen, and your parents did you wrong, and the kids always say, I love my parents, even when they do all that bad stuff, right? And you say, I still love them when they beat you, and the kids say, because they my parents, and I love them. It's about as unconditional as you get. Now, when a Christian gets saved and they talk about heaven, they say, why do you love Jesus? Then they say, because he died for me. Well, that's a condition. You love Jesus and you love God because he is. For me, that's unconditional. When something just is and you love it, that's unconditional. So love, unconditional love, I think, is the hardest, greatest achievement to get to, when you love somebody in spite of, despite, and everything else. When you put up with their shit, you go through all of that. That's just a tough thing, man, when you really break down what unconditioned is. Because I've loved with conditions my whole life. I'm like, well, if she fool around,
Right.
I'm out.
Right.
And I guess there are rules, but since we're just playing with the words and expanding our minds, I'm just giving you and everybody concepts to expand the mind, to just kind of bend your brainwave for a minute, bend it a little.
Okay. Amazing. Nice. So you, yeah. So what one thing would you like people to know about you? Do you feel like people don't really know about Tony Haynes?
Oh, that's plenty of things, but maybe the one thing that matters that people don't know about me, I have no idea other than I laugh every day. I love two things I love. I love Austin Powers movies and the Hallmark Channel. I'm a Hallmark Channel junkie.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So what about if you were to do over life again, what would you do differently?
Oh, plenty of things I would do differently, but what's the fun in that? You know, it's like we all can have a list of things we would do. I would buy Microsoft stock and Google stock. I'd buy all the shares or stuff early on. That's probably the only thing I would do differently, because you wouldn't. Everything that you've done defines who you are. And so really it's about making some business moves to have some extra money to do other stuff. But, we all have regrets, but they don't matter, because we're spiritual beings in a physical body taking on an experience of a lifetime. And you're supposed to go through stuff.
Okay. That's so true. We are spiritual beings having a physical experience. I think the percentage is more like 90% spiritual or 99% spiritual and 1% physical, but the average human lives.
Amen.
Yeah.
I love that, what you said. Mind of Solomon. That's my man there.
Yeah.
And in fact, I still and Steve Pena, you two got to hook up.
Oh.
You two brothers got to hook up.
What does Steve Pena do?
Steve Pena is a god in fleshly form. He could do the stock market. He could do the music marketing. He could do the cannabis marketing. He can do all things through his Christ and through God that strengthens him. So
wow.
We have the same birthday, just a couple years older. And he's a Renaissance man, quite like yourself.
Wow. Okay. Thanks for the introduction. Hopefully we can hook up later. Amazing. Thank you for that intro. So Tony, so when would you say you learned about the law of attraction? At what stage of your life did this whole thing make meaning? For me, I learned about the law of attraction in 2018. That's about 3 years ago. And it just like all the pieces of the puzzles, the questions I had about life and things just came together, when I was introduced to that.
But the law of attraction actually goes back before that. I think everything started with Napoleon Hill and Think and Grow Rich, which he wrote and was commissioned by Andrew Carnegie, depending on where you're from, where he talked about all these particular principles in that book. And everybody read that, and eventually, creating a mastermind alliance and all the principles of Think and Grow Rich ended up in the law of attraction, which is, you attract. and then what you attract what's like you, and you attract what's not like you. You know, and you attract what you put out. And so I think it all began back then, and if whatever was before that, and everything's the same, just packaged in a different way that fits the time that we're in. You know, because people say birds of a feather flock together and great minds think alike. You'll never hear me say great minds think alike, because there are great minds that do not think alike. You know, because every great mind, just because we think alike doesn't make our minds great. But you know, Gandhi might have a great mind, but he didn't think like Bob Marley, and Bob Marley doesn't think like, you know, Albert Einstein. And everybody, just great minds are great minds, but sometimes they disagree. So a great mind, people gravitate to greatness that reminds them of themselves, which is kind of what. But in the law of attraction, you learn that confrontation and opposites and things that come to challenge you help you grow. Things that are not you help you get to the next level. It's like that caterpillar getting their wings by the struggle, you know, or by the challenge. And I won't say we have to struggle, but we have to overcome challenges that are part of helping us get our wings and giving us strength. You know, it's you know, the turtle didn't win because it was fast. Turtle, you know, hung in there. And, you know, ate under its shell and chilled and just kept moving. Right on. And life is about, we just keep moving.
Excellent. Somebody typed in the comment, "As a Man Thinketh." That's a great book. That's by Wallace D. Wattles. I've read that book. Amazing. Okay. All right. What are those in your background? Are those Grammys, or what are those?
Now those are gold and platinum albums. They're on like all these different walls.
Oh wow. Do you want to talk? Yeah, talk a little bit about those, okay?
No, just, you know, over the years, for writing songs and publishing songs and being involved with stuff, you know, a record gets to a certain point, and you know, get past 500,000 copies, then you can get something that says you got past 500,000 or 1 million copies from being involved with a project. You know, whether you played on it or sang on it or wrote on it or was the executive in charge, it just commemorates a point in time or a milestone that you've reached. These are milestones and things that remind me on those days when I'm sitting here and I'm feeling sorry for myself and I'm feeling bad, like, oh, this ain't happening so fast. You look up and they remind yourself, you can manifest all this stuff coming out of Compton. Surely you can manifest the next things you want to do. So get up and get your shit together.
Wow.
That's what these reminders of getting my shit together. And that if I could do what I did in the past, I could do what I want to do now. Because you start out with nothing. And then you accumulate and you keep going. So these are my reminders.
Amazing. Well, it's been a blessing talking to you. Somebody wrote, I guess, Steven Pina. Okay, that's the guy. He said, Tony Haynes has had the same heart of gold and mind of Solomon for decades. Wow, amazing. That's somebody that knows you from way back.
Way back, of course. That's my man.
All right. So, like you said, the art and the part, and what else did you talk about part? the art and the part and where it's at. We'll do this again, man, because Initially we wanted to do this on Zoom, and then we went to StreamYard, to Facebook. But it is a blessing that we're doing it on Instagram. That I didn't even plan it out this way, but the universe took care of everything, and I'm glad that we were able to get something in. So we'll fix a time. If you know what time, let me know now. If not, I don't want to put you on the spot. We can do.
You, brother, you the one with the show. I just show up.
Somebody said do it on Clubhouse.
I just joined Clubhouse. I'm doing the Clubhouse on Friday with Gloria Stewart and Sue Ann Harwell about my songs and about music and stuff. I think on Friday night around 6 o'clock. Yes.
What is Clubhouse?
I think it's Steve Payne. You know what it is. He's on it. He invited me. And by the way, Steve, what happened was I don't have an Android, so I couldn't. I don't have an iPhone, so I couldn't get on Clubhouse for many months. So now they have it to where you can go on with an Android. And my brother Ron McCory sent me a link, and I was able to go on Android. It's like a gathering, but it's all audio, so there's no video to worry about. And people gather in different rooms. They have different topics. It seems quite fascinating, actually.
Oh, wow.
It's a new thing, and you don't have to worry about the video, so it's easier to get on, and it's all audio. And, anybody over 40, we already know what audio is, but these young people, it's like retro for them, to where they're used to visual and audio.
Right.
So they just get the audio. It's like being on the radio. I'm new to it, so it seems cool.
Okay. I guess one of our listeners, Doris, said she will invite me. Okay, excellent. Okay, all right. Once I get invited or I join it, I definitely will love to be a part of that. I never even heard of the Clubhouse.
It's up your alley. I was actually thinking we were going to go to Clubhouse with your show tonight. But, it fits you.
Okay.
You are a connoisseur and a host, so you should be on every platform that's out there to move your business forward.
That is true. Somebody said it's Nisi. That's someone emotin. Just join. All right. Okay, Tony.
Wait, hold on a second. I didn't see that it moves. Casey's on here. My daughter's on here. Hey, Casey.
Oh, wow.
So I didn't know all the stuff moves this way. I got people. Nisi Morton. Hello, Nisi. Hey.
Now.
Because this thing used to move.
Right.
Juan Gonzalez. What's up, my brother? The Valley. I'm sorry. Casey Joe. Love you.
Oh, wow. Tony, now that you said that, I just saw my daughter is even on here also. She's Curly Mia. Hi, honey. You were trying to call me. I was doing this live show. I couldn't answer your call.
The thing used to move, and now it doesn't move, so you don't get to see. Because I like to say hey to everybody. Right.
So like I was saying, Mimi, love you, Mama. I'll talk to you soon. Okay, Tony, it's been a blessing. It's been a wonderful blessing. I'm very happy we made this happen, and come to think about how the challenges and struggles we went to get here. Now this was all worth it. I'm appreciative of that you stuck with it and you made it happen. I will put out a time that we will do. We'll do it again. I'll put it out. I'll make a flyer and I'll hit you up with it. And I'll hopefully all your guests and your followers will join. There's a lot of people that really love you and follow you, man.
Well, I love you too, Juan Gonzalez. That's my boy, Juan. I think your son friended me on on LinkedIn, Juan. So excellent. The Valley, Juan, my man. So.
Yeah. People really love you. All right, that's amazing. Is there any last thing you want to share with us, Tony, before we call it a night? Anything that's anything?
Well, actually, I'm about to go to bed because I got to get up super early.
Okay.
So I just want to share. Thank you. I mean, for the opportunity, we got to do it again, and there's much more to come.
Okay. All right. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Tony. God bless. And it's been a blessing having you on here. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you for listening and being a part of this show. Thank you, Steve. Steve, you were a big part of this. I appreciate your contribution. And Doris, thank you. Mimi, my little darling, thank you. Thank you, guys. I can't mention everybody's name, but there's a lot of people that stuck with us we waited for about an hour to make this happen, and some people stayed since that hour. That's amazing. They stayed through 1 hour waiting for Tony. All right, that's amazing. Thank you guys for sticking with me and us and this whole show. Gitana, Super Tech, KY, I am Queen Lovette. Queen Lovette is even from listening from Nigeria. Amazing. All right, guys, I appreciate it. You guys have a very good night. God bless. See you soon in the next broadcast.
All right. And let's talk this week, brother. I'm heading off to sleep.
All right, we will.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
All right, that wraps up our podcast. Instagram. That wraps it up. Thank you guys for joining me on The Mind of Steel. We had an amazing guest, Tony Haynes, who's been a blessing, and it was a blast on Instagram. We'll do a part 2 where I can get him to be in focus on Facebook, on YouTube. Definitely, we'll fix all the kinks and we'll get it going. Thank you for being a part of this, and God bless. Good night.